Good morning, everybody. It's your favorite Stephanie. It's not Stephanie Saturday, but we still want to chat. So lots of people have gotten funded last week and late last week and early this week on the Paycheck Protection Program funds. And for that to be a forgivable loan, so for that to just be free money, you have to claim it as income, but not repay it. You have to have the tracking in place and you have to use 75% of it on payroll. Um, can't you have to do that within the 8 weeks. There's a lot of guidelines. Of course, Congress is working on trying to extend that, but that's not the case right now. So what I want to talk about is what I'm coming across is there's a lot of confusion about what is actually counted for that. So I wanted to clarify a few things. I put together a tracking sheet, an Excel sheet that you can use for the payroll piece, for maybe health insurance, because it's only the employer portion that can be released from those funds. I will start with saying I recommend if you got them, put them in a separate bank account. Do not commingle them. Keep them in a separate bank account, and then we'll transfer them over as you've expended funds that we could to release them. Um, so on the payroll, it is just gross payroll. And the reason that you're not adding in taxes and all that craziness is because you're getting the credit, you're getting to release funds based on what the employees earned, not what their paycheck was when you wrote it, or not what that ACH draft was from ADP or whatever. It is what they earned. On top of that, it's the state unemployment piece that you pay as an employer, not the employee portions. You pay as an employer. That those two pieces are really, really critical. The other thing that we can add in health insurance, but only the part you as an employer pays, not the employee deduction piece. That's been a real sticky wicket already for a lot of people. So I want to make sure that we're really clear on that. And then your rents can be counted towards it, or your mortgage interest, only the interest piece, not the principal payment, because the interest piece is only the expense part. So what I'm going to put in the comments, you guys, the PPP the tracker that I put together. But what I want to make sure you guys know is you will have to apply for forgiveness at the end of the 8 weeks with your bank. You'll have to have all the supporting documents. So as we go through the next 8 weeks, I encourage you, take that payroll register, keep it in a file, each one of them. Take that health insurance statement and keep it in a file so that they can see the part paid by the employee versus the part paid by you. Keep all of that together in one spot. I know you're probably doubling up then because you probably have it elsewhere, but it's really, really important that we have it all together. Use the tracking sheet I gave you so you can see how much you should release each day. But you can also see that tracking of here's how we spent it so that it keeps everything tidy when you give it to them. That's what's going to protect you. Again, remember, 75% of this has to be used for payroll. That is critical. Otherwise, you'll be repaying it. The intent behind the Paycheck Protection was to keep people employed and to obviously keep our economy moving. But with that possible forgiveness, I want to make sure that we have everything in order so you can have it forgiven. If worst case, you don't get it forgiven, if you spent more than this 25% for other things outside of payroll, it is a 1% interest. So, I mean, it's not like it's horrific interest, but I want to make sure that I help you and give you the tools to leverage this time, leverage this opportunity. Again, remember, what is forgiven will then become income. So I want to make sure that we remember that, because a lot of small businesses that have gotten it, they're either filing as a Schedule C, or a lot of them are filing as a Schedule C or even an S Corp. And so I want to make sure that you have that keep that in your mind that you then take that once you find out your forgiven amount, take it to your tax preparer. Let them plan for you because you want to make sure then you're not caught at the end of the year. I've actually every one of my clients so far has gotten it. And I don't want, if you're a sole proprietor and you have all of a sudden a $300,000 influx of revenue, that can make a huge difference on your tax liability from a personal standpoint. So please, 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 I want to make sure that you talk to your tax preparer as we go through these next 8, 10, 12 weeks. If you don't have one, message me. I don't do tax, but I have really good people who do. So definitely message me, and I'll put you in touch with my people. I, I don't get a kickback or anything like that. I always say that because I think the world is always so, I mean, we've all been taught that people are kind of schemy, but it's not the case. It's just, I want to send you to somebody that I would trust, somebody I would trust my parents with. And that's what I would do. So like I said, I have people, would love to put you in touch with them, but please, please, please don't forget that last piece of the tax planning piece, because otherwise what's going to happen is we're going to get to this time next year. People are going to be freaking out because now they have huge tax bills. We've got to plan and do it right on the forefront, or else it can bite everybody in the behind. So that is my TED Talk, if you will. That's my bit for today. Like I said, I'm going to share out the link or the Excel file, and as long as it lets me attach it, I'll share it out in the comments. And if you guys have any questions or need anything, shoot me a message, holler at me. We'll grab, I'll put my email in there as well. If it's something you guys don't want to message, or you want to jump on a call, just give me a shout. I'll put my link in there for that as well. But I just want to arm you with all the resources going into this because so many people are getting funding, which is huge, 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 huge. I just want to make sure that everybody has the right tracking mechanisms in place so that they're not stuck in the end. Happy Friday.